गाइस, इस बार कौन जीतेगा?
डिफेंस देखिए इनकी,
अटैक देखिए सामने वाली टीम की।
राहुल, तुम अपना गेम खेलो।
And the refs awarded a free kick in the last minute.
दिल से खेलो with Betway. डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ। इस खेल में फाइनेंशियल रिस्क शामिल है और इसकी आदत लगना भी संभव है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
कान खोलने का और खोपड़ी के अंदर फिक्स कर लेने का। एको ऐप पे 0 कमीशन पर कार इंश्योरेंस मिलता है, तब भी तो प्रीमियम झकास होता है। क्या बात है।
डाउनलोड एको नाउ।
To be Bitcoin, isn't it complicated?
पता है फुटबॉल इतना पॉपुलर क्यों है? क्योंकि कोई भी खेल सकता है। Buying Bitcoin is as simple.
Seriously?
Yes. All you need is WazirX. India का Bitcoin.
Allianz Arena in Munich has seen many fantastic nights over the years for both Bayern and Germany, and the crowd in there, not that young boy, I'm sure, will be hoping for another one for the ages, because Germany need the points. They are under pressure. A win tonight for Germany would see them make it 5-5 in recent competitions against Portugal. Predictions?
I would go for Germany win. I would not go for the scoreline, but I predict there's a red card in this game.
Oof. Seeing as I live in Goa and the connection between Goa and the Portuguese, I'm going to go for a Portugal win 2-1.
Wow. Hungary are still in it because of their draw against France. We are almost there. The first half in the company of Simon Brotherton and Andy Townsend.
Destiny for both teams is a lot clearer at the end of this 90 minutes. So, yeah, this should be a really good watch. I'm really enthused about this game.
Well, it's the first time they've met since the World Cup in Brazil in 2014. Germany brushed Portugal aside that day. A hat-trick from Thomas Müller in a 4-0 victory. Pepe got himself sent off, which didn't help Portugal's chances, but it's a very different looking scenario here. Portugal have won their first major tournament since then. And it has been something of a regular fixture at either the Euro or the World Cup in recent times. It's the 6th encounter between the two since Euro 2000. All of them at major championships. Final check of the watch from referee Anthony Taylor, and it is Germany in the white shirts who get this one underway. An early touch for Ginter into Ilkay Gundogan. And here's Rudiger, still playing with that protective mask on after suffering a facial injury in the Champions League semi-final for Chelsea against Real Madrid.
They'll need to be positive from the outset, Germany today. They were a little tentative, I felt, and a bit reluctant in their first 20 minutes against France.
Gozens clips it in towards Kai Havertz. Trying to squeeze the ball in towards Gnabry. Cleared away by William Carvalho. Early tangle there between Havertz and Pepe.
Yeah, so I think we can see already, Simon, that they'll be keen to set the tone for this game, Germany. Take the initiative. As I mentioned, they were second best in the opening period to France, and conceded that scruffy Mats Hummels own goal, never really recovered from that. So they can't afford to be reactive today. They've got to set the tone. I think they've got to get out there and make the running in this game and really test and work that Portuguese back line.
Layoff by Diogo Jota away towards the far side. This is Bernardo Silva. Slight miscue has left the door ajar there, potentially.
Lots of little question marks about, I think, the German team at the moment and where they find themselves. They haven't got that definite sitting midfield player that can maybe be a little more destructive when they need to. They've got Kroos and Gundogan, both excellent footballers. Not quite so good without it.
There was also quite a bit of talk in Germany the last few days about Joshua Kimmich, the number 6, whether he was to play in the middle or to stay where he is on the right-hand side.
Yeah, and I think, again, you know, there are the little dilemmas that I'm sure Jogi Löw has pondered over long into the night recently, because these are the decisions that are key. This is the team that he's got with and that he's gone with, and it's got to step up for him today.
Here's Gundogan, who did have an outstanding season with Manchester City. Here's Hummels, the player who had the misfortune to score the only goal of the game against France. Off his shin into the back of his own net. To a certain extent, his legacy's on the line a bit in this tournament, isn't it?
It is, and he's been around an awful long time, as has that man. And both of these coaches are vastly experienced.
Yeah, Santos has faced Germany only once before. It was when he was the national coach of Greece, when they lost 4-2 to Germany in the quarter-finals in 2012 in Poland. This is Rudiger into Kroos. We're looking for Kimmich. Support from Matthias Ginter. Gosens. Decent early possession for Germany, but then they had a lot of the play against France. They had 62% of the play in that game and were very much held at arm's length by the world champions. First touch for Thomas Müller. Here's Kimmich. Both of them, of course, playing on familiar territory as Bayern Munich players. Gundogan. Here's Müller. Just a little bit loose, enabling the challenge to come in from Guerrero, but Ginter sent it in. Oh, it was a delightful-looking ball, and it's a perfect start for Germany. Gosens at the far side, stealing in beyond the far post. Germany lead inside the opening 5 minutes. Portugal's players complain.
As soon as the ball went in the back of the net, the Portuguese players immediately rushed to Anthony Taylor. They're complaining of a handball here in the build-up. That little handball there hit the hand of Thomas Müller. You can see there Serge Gnabry is slightly offside. He does attempt to play that ball. There's a lot of things for VAR to check here. That's the first one. Is that classed as handball? Not in my opinion.
There's not a lot that Müller could have done about it. His hand was not in an unnatural position.
I agree, and that's, you know, that's very, very unfair. I think should that be penalised. However, the fact that Serge Gnabry was in an offside position and made a deliberate attempt to try and play the ball, I think that's slightly different as well. Yeah.
So Germany do not have the goal that they thought they'd scored. And it stays goalless. But nonetheless, that will be good for their confidence. Yes. And it was an acrobatic effort from Gosens, wasn't it?
An excellent finish, Simon, from Gosens. Really good finish, that. I mean, that was not easy to even attempt that from where it was, but he finished it beautifully. But it's been a bright, positive start. It's exactly what they needed.
Very much so, as it's chased by Serge Gnabry. They're headed down by Ruben Diaz. But it's all Germany here in the opening minutes. Collected by Kimmich. Looking to switch the play and move it away from some of the dense traffic on the near side. Rudiger back into Toni Kroos.
And I think you can understand now that they just wish to keep the ball and keep asking questions, keep finding players like Gnabry in that little pocket.
Gnabry causing all manner of difficulty. That was Ruben Diaz going to ground safely into the gloves of Rui Patricio.
Yeah, nice work that from Gnabry. Jinkin wriggling run in the box, always a nightmare for defenders. You have to make sure you stay on your feet, don't go to ground too quickly. And in the end, that ball back is just safely into the arms of Rui Patricio.
But they're just looking to slow things down a little bit, take the early sting out of it.
Happy to have the ball, Simon. I haven't seen it since kick-off, really. Certainly Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, these guys haven't hardly had a touch yet.
Now, almost an opportunity there for Bruno Fernandes, but the flag up very quickly on the far side of the field. And not too much doubt about that one.
And I do think, I'll be honest, I think the flag should go up a little bit quicker in situations like that, when it's a real blatant offside.
Yeah, we did have the ultimate case of that, didn't we, in the opening match that Hungary played, where they scored and the player was clearly offside. Although we've had some good officiating here at this tournament on the whole, some excellent refereeing. Rudiger happy to leave it to Gundogan. Bright and breezy start from Germany.
What we saw in the game against France, they went square backwards an awful lot. What they're trying to do today already is a couple of short passes, and then they're looking forward. They're trying to find Thomas Muller, trying to find Havertz in those little pockets of space. You can see Gnabry has dropped right off the front line, so there's plenty of rotation there as well.
Ginter's been pushing well forward, as well as the right player in the three at the back.
Yeah, there's the offside. Clearly you can see Serge Gnabry there, he's slightly offside. Anthony Taylor again, good work from all of the officials.
Germany venturing forward once more. Kai Havertz brings the save from Rui Patricio. Gnabry is there, staying on his feet. And Portugal survive, but they still cannot get the ball away. It's with Gundogan once more for Germany. Kroos. Ginter once more, well forward out wide. This is Muller, and the bounce fell kindly there for Danilo, who was able to get the ball away, and Portugal have a free kick.
Happy to get a breather, Portugal. 4 or 5 white shirts in the box there when that cross come in. Really good play, good pressing, squeezing and winning the ball back. Then, great stop, and I thought here Serge Gnabry might just go down under the challenge there from Rui Patricio. He stayed on his feet, to his credit. Portugal scrambling clear, but desperation with their defending in these early moments.
Away via William Carvalho, collected by Ronaldo. This is Danilo. Portugal will be just glad to get their foot on the ball. Forward by Guerreiro. Diogo Jota losing out this time. Kroos. Just got away from Havertz, he was challenged by Rafael Guerreiro.
Yeah, fantastic ball out, actually, to Kai Havertz there. If his first touch had been a little better, he'd have been immediately on the front foot.
It's an urgent pace to the play from Germany here. Here's Kroos. That's nicely done. Gosens into the byline. Shot coming in from Kroos. Really important block there by Ruben Diaz. And away comes Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Jota.
Well, it's everything Jogi Löw would have wanted from his players this start. Simon, it's been excellent. Really, really authoritative and really controlled in possession. Excellent stuff.
And Gosens getting well forward and getting to the byline, which we didn't see so much in the first game.
Absolutely, we didn't see enough of that. I think we've seen a couple of times already that big switch from Kimmich out to right across the pitch to the left-hand side to Gosens.
Kimmich finding Havertz. Here's Muller. Havertz covered by Guerreiro. That's good defending. Danilo with a chance to get it away, and That was Gundogan pressing on the edge of the penalty area. The cool-headed figure of Ruben Diaz gets it away. They've certainly got a bag of experience and solidity at the back, Portugal. Rui Patricio winning his 95th cap today. You've got Pepe in there, 117 caps at 38, his 4th Euro. And also Ruben Diaz, who really helped to transform Manchester City's defence this season. But the shot comes in from Thomas Muller, and it's a comfortable save.
Again, long diagonal pass, finding Kimmich. This time, in behind that line, bends his run. May have been just offside. May have been. The nice strike again from Thomas Muller, easily, comfortably saved.
Ruben Diaz forward, collected by Ronaldo. Not the best of clearances from Rui Patricio, and it goes towards Gnabry. Can't find Havertz. Danilo initially getting his head to it. Kimmich picking up the loose pieces. Muller sliding in and doing rather well. Pepe makes the challenge. It's behind for a corner.
So much more urgency about Germany. It's a really good start, this. And when you're having good spells in big football matches, you've got to make the most of it. You have to make it count. So at some point, these good situations, they've got to turn them into really good chances.
Delivery from Toni Kroos. That was Ronaldo who got his head on the ball there, and there he is racing through the middle as Bernardo Silva brings the ball forward. Support from Bruno Fernandes alongside him. It's into Diogo Jota. Good chance here for Portugal. Ronaldo! The perfect counter-attack from Portugal. And their record-breaking goal scorer is there once again when it matters. Another day, another goal. Well, Portugal threatening for the very first time in the match. And it was a lethal breakaway.
Fabulous football. Just looking at the run of Diogo Jota, just to make sure, is he offside? Yeah, he's onside. He's onside. He's absolutely onside. He's good to go. Ronaldo then holds his run and makes sure he's behind him. That's a stunning counter-attacking goal, that is, from Portugal. They've had to defend that in their own box, and then they very, very quickly travelled up the field and executed that beautifully. Really good play.
Well, a special team goal.
After the start Germany have made to this game, first time, the very first time Portugal have a chance to commit men forward on the counter-attack, they punish them. That is a real blow, Simon. That is to the confidence of this German team and to everything that they're trying to achieve today. That's a massive blow, because they've started the game really well, but they were just slow to react from that corner.
Well, it was a stunning breakaway goal from Portugal. Ronaldo's 107th international goal, too short of the record held by the Iranian player Ali Daei. Nelson Semedo with the throw. Soaked up the early barrage.
Yeah.
And then Germany was stung. Müller was looking for Havertz. Kroos wins it back. Gnabry has the ball. Safely seen behind.
It's a different role for Serge Gnabry. He's kind of on the move and roaming around, dropping off the front line a little bit more. But this man is incredible. Lovely switch from Bernardo Silva to Diogo Jota, who then takes it on his chest, draws Manuel Neuer, and then just slides it across the 6-yard box. And Ronaldo has scored many for his country. He may not have scored an easier one.
Here's Kroos. Hummels, who I think sort of sending it forward here this time, and it's straight into Rui Patricio. I was about to say for Mats Hummels, it's a bit of like out of the frying pan and into the fire. Had Kylian Mbappe to keep an eye on the other day.
Yeah.
And now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
A good strike from Gosens. That one, Rui Patricio's able to fend that one pretty easily. But all you can do as the German team is just carry on. So you take the disappointment on the chin and you just keep playing, which is exactly what they're doing. I mean, I haven't seen Pepe and Ruben Diaz anywhere close to the halfway line yet.
No, it's been all hands on deck, hasn't it, for a lot of the time. Ruben Diaz holds Havertz at bay, and it was just clipped there by the German forward. Well, he had a key role in the goal, didn't he, Bernardo Silva?
There you go. You're seeing it now off that right side, just chops in on his left foot, then clips that ball beautifully over the top of Kai Havertz. It was who tried to get back, and then Ronaldo's just got to make sure he's behind Diogo Jota. Perfect, absolutely brilliant football that.
Straight onto the head of Hummels. It's Bernardo Silva closing in rapidly on Neuer.
Yeah, I'm sure Ginter was absolutely aware of Bernardo Silva.
Havertz won the header, and Ruben Diaz in swiftly on Serge Gnabry. Ronaldo is Bruno Fernandes. Now Nelson Semedo. Pepe. Pepe still getting the job done at the top level. He was outstanding, wasn't he, on the night when Porto knocked Juventus out of the Champions League?
Yes, he was. Oh, he's a fantastic competitor, Pepe. He really is. Every now and again, he can be a little rash and make some strange decisions for a centre-half, but no, you can't doubt his pedigree.
Kroos. Looks like he's finding his feet again now, Toni Kroos. He missed the back end of the season in Spain, suffering from COVID-19. But this is his third game back in a fairly short space of time, and already seeing more of the ball earlier in the game. Cristiano Ronaldo's goal, quarter of an hour in. The perfect counter-attack.
Wasn't it just brilliant stuff? No reason for Jogi Löw to panic, although I'm sure already he'll also be thinking about, at some point, certainly not in the first half, but at some point he's got to affect what's going on out there. If it stays the same way, the only way he can do that is by changes from the bench. And
well, he did say that, didn't he, in the hour before the match? He was saying, you know, there's no way that the players that he sends out as an 11 will be able to go the full 90. He will need to make changes, and he will need the changes that he makes to be decisive or to have a noticeable impact.
Yeah, because it's so hot, he also might have to think of a tactical one, two maybe before that.
Well, I couldn't quite find Gosens there, and Hummels under pressure from Ronaldo. Keeps it away from Rudiger. That was brilliant. Bruno Fernandes sends it into Diogo Jota. Deflection off Kimmich. Well, he's got a fair old wingspan, hasn't he, Manuel Neuer? But even he couldn't quite get to that one before they ventured over the byline.
Lovely skill from Ronaldo. But he looks the other way as well.
Bernardo Silva with the corner. Portugal threatening again here. And it's right across the face of the goal and into the side netting off Bruno Fernandes. But it was Ruben Diaz getting up.
What a chance that is, Simon. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't just go for goal. Maybe he's trying to, I'm not sure. But where he is there, no, he's actually trying to cushion that back for Pepe, I think. Go for goal. so close. I think if he heads that down hard into the floor, that gives Neuer a big problem.
This is Rudiger.
What they've shown Portugal is that they can hurt Germany in the transition. When they win the ball, turn the ball over in midfield, they get people forward very quickly.
Kimmich. Kroos met by Pepe. Thumped away by Diogo Jota, but not before the ball had gone over the touchline on the near side. Rudiger. Bosun's available on the far side of the pitch. This is Matthias Ginter. One a slice off Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, little clumsy that one, wasn't it? Ruben Diaz always knows he's got to put something on that. That's not the sort of ball that you ever feel like you could leave. It's an awkward one. It's pitched in front of him and it's on his weaker side. It was a little bit of a careless clearance, that.
And it comes from Toni Kroos. This time Ruben Diaz gets it away. Serge Gnabry able to keep the ball in. Good play by Gnabry. Hummels was the nearest to the ball there at the near post.
Lucky. I like Serge Gnabry when he goes on the roam, when he goes wandering a little. I think that's when he's at his best. I think if he stands up the middle a little bit, it's not a role I think that he's best accustomed to, whereas when he drifts into those wide areas, sets people up, takes them on, then delivers like he did there for Mats Hummels, that's really good play.
Yeah, he is a real handful when he's at his best, Serge Gnabry. We've mentioned the heat in Munich today, and we will have a cooling break in each half. A chance to regroup, a little time out here for the two coaches.
Yep.
And for those who've just joined our coverage a little late, what have you made of it so far?
I think that Germany had a very good start. Goal disallowed, just a marginal offside decision. And then from their own corner, we'll see the goal again now. This is a German corner. And Portugal, is Ronaldo who makes first contact on that ball. Look at Ronaldo sprinting up the middle of the field. Germany are too slow to recover. They've got men over at the far post, a lovely little switch to Diogo Jota. And that's outstanding work. That's a fantastic example to any player there from Cristiano Ronaldo. Back defending on the edge of his own 6-yard box. And then seconds later, he's applying the finishing touch. Brilliant stuff.
Well, counter-attacking football doesn't get better than that.
Doesn't. But Germany, again, a little slow to react, to see the danger. You know, as soon as Portugal had good care of the ball and good contact with the ball, they got to get men back quicker than they did. And just a little slow to respond, and that will have disappointed Jogi Löw without question.
A reminder, if Germany lose this game, they cannot finish in the top two in the group. So they've got Hungary in the final group game.
We don't know, of course, Simon, but 3 points, that may not be enough to finish as one of the best third-place teams. So they've got to find solutions to the problem they now have. Portugal have settled down, they're in the game, they're looking good.
They are looking good, and there was a little nudge there from Havertz on William Carvalho. Yeah, Portugal survived that early barrage from Germany, rode the early storm. Here's Bruno Fernandes with the free kick for Portugal. Rafael Guerreiro, the player, also standing near the ball. It was Guerreiro who opened the scoring in the opening game. Late on against Hungary. Guerrero's delivery was a decent one, and Diogo Jota able to squeeze in between a couple of German defenders there to get his head on it.
Having made first contact there, might have done he actually should have hit the target. Not easy, because he was having to see that one through a crowd of defenders around him, but again, having made reasonable contact, I think he should have at least made Manuel Neuer get his hands on that.
Hummels sends it forward. Guerrero doesn't reach it. Kimmich with the delivery.
Good chance, that's not the best delivery there from Joshua Kimmich. Lovely ball from Hummels to find him. Guerrero was tempted to try and intervene, he missed it, but that was a good opportunity, that.
Bruno Fernandes caught out there in midfield. Sent out wide by Gundogan. This is Gosens. And Fernandes given the opportunity to make up for the initial error and get the ball away. Bernardo Silva beaten to it. Germany were quicker to react that time to any potential break led by Portugal's number 10. Nelson Semedo is the man who will take the throw-in, the Wolverhampton Wanderers player. This is his first major tournament. He wasn't in the squad when they won the last European Championship in France in 2016, nor in Russia at the last World Cup. A foul right in front of Anthony Taylor. Kroos into Gundogan. Here's Müller. Havertz will keep it in. Ruben Diaz getting his head on the ball. Ginter. Pepe getting the better of Serge Gnabry. Kimmich tries to keep it going. Müller holding off Ruben Diaz into Serge Gnabry, who's looking really lively in this first half.
He's overrun that one though, Serge Gnabry, there. He's clattered into Ruben Diaz.
That's the second time Ruben Diaz has taken a whack. Earlier in the match, it was as a result of a tackle from Kai Havertz.
Just catches him on the top of his foot, doesn't he? It's no genuine intent there. He's only trying to play the ball. He's just split second mistimed it. But again, Pepe, Ruben Diaz, Guerrero, Nelson Semedo, they're all having to defend pretty much on the edge of their box consistently, really, since the start of the match, Simon. They haven't, I don't think, hardly hit the halfway line once.
They certainly take some getting past, that's for sure, Portugal. 1 defeat in the last 16, 2 in the last 30. And down on the halfway line as well. It's Pepe.
Yeah.
Havertz, the player involved in that collision. Talking of experienced players, Pepe in his 4th European Championship. He played every game at Euro 2008 and in 2012 when they got to the semi-final, and he only missed the semi-final in 2016 because he had a thigh problem. He's played all of the games in all of those tournaments, so I don't think he'll be heading off in this one.
Oh, he's a warrior as well. He likes to compete, doesn't he? You know, he likes the heat of the battle on a football field. That's a lot of what his game's all about, so he won't shy away from that.
So here we go once more, and Pepe just waiting for the signal to come back on. Momentarily, Portugal down to 10. Semedo snapping at the heels of Robin Gosens. This is Kroos, and now Gundogan. Hummels. Can Germany find a route back into the game in the last 13 minutes or so of the first half and score their first goal of the tournament? This is Matthias Ginter. He was looking for Gnabry, headed away by Nelson Semedo.
Again, Portugal happy to get pretty much everybody back behind the ball, sit there, defend deep, just force Germany from side to side across the field.
Kroos. Gosens unable to return the ball. Bernardo Silva into William Carvalho, neat and tidy. Ronaldo leaving it to Bruno Fernandes. What a lovely pass. Threat from Bernardo Silva, ultimately tidied up by Antonio Rudiger.
Lucky, great ball from Bruno Fernandes to find Bernardo Silva, wasn't it? Just when he tried to step inside, Mats Hummels, the defender, just came out on top. But again, as soon as they win the ball, Portugal very quickly trying to exploit Germany.
Muller's got Kimmich on the outside. Havertz and Gnabry in the centre. Gosens sends it back in, and Havertz is there. Germany back level. And the man who scored the only goal of the Champions League final brings Germany level in Munich.
Well, on the balance of play, they deserve to be on level terms, don't they? And Kai Havertz just gets himself into a good area. That's what good players do. Get yourself along that 6-yard line and something might drop for you. The ball just might come your way. The strike from Gosens is obviously, I think, attempted on target. He doesn't quite get it right, but he fires it right across that 6-yard line, and Kai Havertz just takes a chance, just steps into an area, and it just flashes past Rui Patricio. Own goal? Maybe. He looked close. It could be. Whether or not there was an initial touch from Kai Havertz, it might have even gone in off Ruben Diaz in the end.
For the time being, it's been officially credited to Kai Havertz, but whatever, it's 1-1. And Germany break again now with Thomas Muller, and Pepe comes across and steps in and then stays on the floor.
Well, he certainly catches him, doesn't he, on the top of his foot. Here's the goal again. It's a great ball across, it really is, and well played Kai Havertz for just getting in that danger area.
Here come Portugal once again. Well, this one's shaping up nicely, isn't it?
Very nicely.
It's going to be an own goal, I think, of Ruben Diaz. There was the conclusive evidence. And Kai Havertz will not be able to claim that one.
Yep, unfortunate for Ruben Diaz. We've had a few own goals already, haven't we, in the tournament? We have, but impressive play that again from Germany. And now they're back where they feel they should be, back on level terms and dictating the play once more.
Yeah, Mats Hummels will certainly know how he feels after what happened to him against France on Tuesday night. But you're right, given the play that they've had, Germany certainly deserve to be level at least at the moment. Fourth own goal of the tournament already. Well, they'll be feeling a little happier now.
Certainly will.
Ginter just ducking underneath that one, safely seeing it out of play. stadium's bouncing again, following that equalising goal. Ginter. Here's Havertz. Now Kimmich.
Both wing-backs been prominent, haven't they?
Yeah, Gosens getting on the end of that one from Rudiger. Muller at the second attempt in towards Havertz. Kimmich's there. Oh, and it's gone in. It's another own goal. And this time it goes in off Guerrero. What a turnaround. 2 own goals in quick succession have Germany in front.
Great football from Germany. I just mentioned there the 2 wing-backs. I'm just thinking that I've seen Gosens a lot, I've seen Kimmich a lot. And both of them, again, are involved here. Now, is Gosens offside? He could be. He could well be offside there. I think it looks like he was. But again, good numbers in the box. When it eventually comes to Joshua Kimmich, he's got a bit of composure, knocks it back, and it's bundled over the line. But I've got a feeling Gosens is offside.
Yeah, are Germany going to have a goal chalked off for offside for the second time in this first half? Gosens may have ventured a little too far forward too quickly.
But we mentioned that the fact that it was a conservative approach against France. Tonight they've been ultra positive. They really have.
And they have Portugal rattled here.
They certainly do.
Anxious wait for Cristiano Ronaldo and his teammates. The check is over. And away we go at 2-1. What a remarkable turnaround. And here comes Havertz once more, looking to cause further mischief deep inside Portugal's penalty area.
Well, I've no idea the way that Portugal are setting about with their defensive work here. They're just backing off, dropping away deeper and deeper, and they're allowing Germany to pick the ball up and run at them.
Treatment required for Thomas Muller.
Again, it's so casual, really sloppy work that. William Carvalho it was, heading it back to nobody. Ruben Diaz then drops back, and Kai Havertz it is who has a shot.
It was Pepe who caught Thomas Muller there on the edge of the 6-yard box. That's why Muller's on the ground. Just watch there as he clatters into his shoulder. Well, Muller looks as if he's fine. And away we go once more. And this is a really rocky spell for Portugal.
Isn't it? Don't want to concede again. Certainly not before half-time.
Tony Kroos once more for Germany. Rudiger getting up well.
Yeah, under pressure, lots of red shirts around Antonio Rudiger. Don't think he quite sees that until the last second and can't direct that header on target. But, well, Portugal have got to try and get Bruno Fernandes involved in the game a bit more. Haven't seen too much of him. We've seen some nice work from Diogo Jota, Bernardo Silva, and of course Ronaldo applying the finishing touch, but we haven't seen anything of Bruno Fernandes up to now. I think he needs to come to the party as quick as he can, really.
Here come Germany once more. Kai Havertz still officially being accredited with the first German goal, but it certainly looked as if it came off Ruben Diaz.
Didn't it? Yeah. I think the celebration as well from Havertz kind of indicated to me...
Or lack of.
Yeah, exactly. That maybe it was Ruben Diaz who had knocked that one in, we'll see.
Yeah, it will be an own goal for Ruben Diaz, I'm sure. That'll be confirmed shortly, but it's the first time ever there have been 2 own goals in a single match at the finals of the European Championship. Here come Portugal. Looking to get back level before half-time. Cristiano Ronaldo, how about that for a pass? Diogo Jota takes it in his stride, forced out wide and held up by Kimmich, and the flag goes up anyway.
It was a great ball from Ronaldo, wasn't it? Great vision. There's a little look over his shoulder there, and unfortunately for Diogo Jota, he can't check the run and stay onside. The idea was right.
How close was that?
Well, I knew it was going to be very close.
Well, Rafael Guerreiro has scored at both ends of the field in the opening two matches. Gundogan. Germany finishing this half really strongly. Joshua Kimmich in towards Müller. It falls at the feet of Havertz. There's a threat every time. He gets the ball, goes and sends it in. Kimmich tries to get there. It's cleared away by William Carvalho. Here's Bruno Fernandes, looking for Bernardo Silva, beautifully controlled. And Portugal now venturing forward in numbers. It's Pepe popping up on the right wing of all people.
Antonio Rudiger furious with his teammates there. Again, not recovering quick enough. Germany having had to work so hard to get themselves back in front in this game. Must take care before half-time.
Bernardo Silva. It's an easy header away for Hummels.
The wing-backs have been the key to it all, Simon, so far. They've had to work really hard, but I think Gosens and Joshua Kimmich have caused Portugal a lot of problems. The switch of play has always been on, and they've really made the most of the space. Those wing-backs are getting high up the field.
Ronaldo. Portugal will have the free kick as we go into added time at the end of the opening half. We'll have a minimum of 3 minutes. Good contest between these two. Debate as to whether they're going to go for plan A or B. Two players from either side of Manchester. Fernandes sending it in, Havertz with the header, and Gnabry with the awareness to allow it to drop so that Manuel Neuer can get his gloves on the ball.
Really good first half. Very impressed with the way Germany have responded, reacted to the real disappointment of going behind. They didn't let it faze them. They just dusted themselves down, picked it up and got on with the job. And they've done very well, really well.
This is Ginter, looking for Gnabry, collected by Danilo, now Ruben Diaz. Nelson Semedo. Almost gave the ball away there to Thomas Müller.
It was a little short, that pass there from Nelson Semedo.
Almost causing some real anxiety at the back there for his team. Ruben Diaz, now it's with Guerreiro. Away from Kimmich. Rides the challenge of Müller. Diogo Jota. Nice little ball there from William Carvalho. Here's Bruno Fernandes, away by Mats Hummels. Bernardo Silva. I was about to say great feet from Bernardo Silva, but it's not such a great pass. Germany breaking here in added time at the end of the first half with Serge Gnabry. He's still going. It's Gnabry. Rui Patricio makes the save. Muller forced to chase. Kimmich now looks for Gnabry again. Ruben Diaz with the header away. And Portugal survive a moment of real anxiety right at the end of the first half.
He's played well, Serge Gnabry. Really dangerous. Excellent game of football.
Really good half of football. Joachim Löw's team have the advantage at the break. Ronaldo put Portugal ahead after a quarter of an hour. It was the perfect counter-attacking goal after a great start by the hosts, but 2 own goals in under 5 minutes from Ruben Diaz and Rafael Guerreiro have turned the game on its head. Germany have been much better than in their opening match against France, and they have the advantage at the break. Good game this. Portugal 1, Germany 2 at half-time.
Acco. कार इंश्योरेंस पे 0 कमीशन, तभी प्रीमियम एकदम कम.
खजूर समझाएगा भिड़ू.
तो ऐप चेक कर लेना भिड़ू.
0 commission on Acco.
अरे बॉस.
India, मान लो. Acco app check कर लो.
When you pay your credit card bills on Cred, you earn Cred coins. Use them to claim cashback and rewards. Now that's as rewarding as watching your favorite cricketers in a boy band.
Don't forget us because of T20s. In the 90s, we were the OGs. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Here's what you spent last month.
To be Bitcoin, isn't it complicated?
पता है फुटबॉल इतना पॉपुलर क्यों है? क्योंकि कोई भी खेल सकता है. Buying Bitcoin is as simple.
Seriously?
Yes. All you need is WazirX, India का Bitcoin exchange.
कान खोलने का और खोपड़ी के अंदर फिक्स कर लेने का. Acco ऐप पे 0 कमीशन पर कार इंश्योरेंस मिलता है. तब भी तो प्रीमियम जकास होता है. क्या बात है?
Download Acco now.
Guys, इस बार कौन जीतेगा?
डिफेंस देखिए इनकी.
अटैक देखिए सामने वाली टीम की.
राहुल, तुम अपना गेम खेलो.
And the refs awarded a free kick in the last minute.
दिल से खेलो with Betway. डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ. इस खेल में फाइनेंशियल रिस्क शामिल है और इसकी आदत लगना भी संभव है. कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें.
Green dreams, it seems are coming true. Bearing in mind it takes a toll. Descend the rabbit hole and hold on to your soul.
When bright young minds and Mahindra come together, you get an SUV that will give you a rush like never before. Hello, XUV 700.
There you go.
Here's what you spent last month.
A great counter-attacking goal, a disallowed goal, 2 own goals.
Germans are going to be desperate. That's what they were. They were very clinical. I think the first goal that they scored, which was disallowed, was a good move. Kimmich is really high. They're making it really, really difficult. That is why probably Jota is playing on the left side so that he can fall back and mark Kimmich. Kroos and Gundogan are really good at the ball. But you know what? You look at this. All right, there's only one player, Bernardo Silva. I know I'm talking about Gundogan, who is probably the best midfielder in the world. Go close and max foul him. Then Ronaldo's run or Jota's run means nothing. Because only because he got the time and Jota and Ronaldo could make the run, this goal happened. You know, there was only, if you can see right now, Bernardo Silva is alone. The moment the ball comes and Gundogan is there. You can just go and close him and foul him. It's done. And look at Ronaldo now. And that's what hunger is. He has, 1,000 goals already, and still look at the hunger. And if he doesn't make that run, and of course a lot of people will say, it's easy tap in. But if Ronaldo doesn't make the run, this goal doesn't. This is a top counter-attack goal. How many times have we seen him scoring goals like this?
Absolutely. What a great counter-attacking goal. But that foul, should he have someone taken a yellow mark like Sunil is suggesting?
Well, I mean, yeah, but he should have got closer to Bernardo Silva. You know, he let him get out of his feet and he let him do whatever he wanted to do. And not just at the edge of the box, but over the halfway line. He should have got closer. And if he had to make a foul, then take a booking for the team. But, you know, there's no taking away from the break. It was an absolutely fantastic break. Pace, and, you know, awareness by Jota and a great awareness from Ronaldo to not get ahead of the ball and just relax. And, I mean, that was just the game, wasn't it? The game's been absolutely fantastic.
Exactly. It's been fantastic. And how good have the Germans been offensively? They were ultra fast today.
I think first half it's been all about Germans. I think it's just been one-way traffic. You know, as I said, the defense for Portugal looked little slow in terms of Pepe there, and this was again, you know, it's a great hit inside. I think the run itself from the striker has been fantastic. This is a clear class good goal because, you know, I think they need to be doing much more of these runs because we saw in first half there were a lot of balls coming inside the 6 yards and they didn't really make those runs, and this one I think is a great run.
The thing is, if you put it into them areas, dangerous areas, it can come off the defender as we've seen, or it can come off the striker. So they're the balls. You need to get it into the second 6-yard box with pace, and as we see, it's very difficult to defend.
Johnny got the lead as well. The second one was an own goal as well, courtesy Guerrero. Again, Sunil, we saw the wing backs getting involved.
Yeah, they both have been so good. They are so high because they have Gundogan and Kroos who are so good with the ball. Both the wing backs can be so high and they are putting up crosses. Now this is such a smart ball by Müller. You know, and Kimmich is a right winger. Look where he is at the end. You know, that's what you can see the run now. Both the wing backs are so high. So what it does also is it doesn't allow Bernardo Silva and Jota to go up, and they have to come back and defend.
Yeah. Offside over there, Mark? I thought it might have been offside.
No, I don't think that was offside. And, you know, both the goals obviously has been credited to own goals, but I don't think the defenders could do anything. This was, I think, you know, if the defenders were not there, the strikers would have anyway scored it. So I don't see actually, you know, apart from that goal, counter-attack goal, I don't see Portugal doing anything great in first half.
And the second goal was exactly the same as the first. A great ball into that dangerous area. Guerrero could do nothing about it, and he has to put it in his own net. So brilliant for Germany.
It could have been furthermore worse.
You know what, Manas?
Yep.
I think we talked about not having a number 9 to make those runs, but I think Havertz and Gnabry are taking turns to make that number 9, you say, unselfish runs. You know, Bajinda was good at it. A lot of strikers are good at it. Just to go and dart and make sure that, you know, you go across. And that is why they got a couple of goals.
By the way, I mean, if Germany keep on playing this way, it could be adding to the goal tally. But Baichung, now they're in the lead. They got to be a bit careful. Do you think the game plan changes now?
No, I don't think they should change much of their game plan. I think they need to 2-1 is not a safe scoreline. They need a 3-point here, and I think they need to keep attacking. And you've seen already they've exposed the Portuguese defense. The scoreline 2-1, just Portugal conceding 2 is not the real actual, you know, the fact of the match. They could have conceded more. It wasn't the Portuguese defense was better. It was the German attacks were not really there. And despite that, they scored 2 goals, which was maybe own goal, but they could have still scored. But if you keep making those runs, as what Mark just said, you know, they will get more goals. And they are putting the ball into the 6-yard, and they just need 1 or 2 people from the back to run in. And I think second half we're going to see few more goals.
2 quality teams involved, so not surprised that we've seen 3 goals in the first half in itself. But Arpit is a surprise for us.
Sony Sports Network's broadcast of Exclusive Rewards is brought to you by Cred.
I'm sure you're enjoying the experience of watching UEFA Euro 2020 on the Sony Sports Network and loved hearing the experiences of our top panelists. Talking about experiences, we have something exclusive for you. Cred is a members-only credit card bill payment app Every time you pay your credit card bills on Cred, you receive Cred coins. You can use these coins to win exclusive rewards or get special access to curated products and experiences. So pay your credit card bills now, like now.
Sony Sports Network's broadcast of Exclusive Rewards is brought to you by Cred.
Sunil Chetri went for a 2-1 halftime prediction, didn't you, Sunil? Do you want to change that, or is that your full-time prediction?
No, I think I'll stick to it. I think even though Germany played really well and they would want to continue it, but getting 2-1 above of Portugal will also tell them that if they can hold on to this, because we saw what happened with one counter, they probably will be a little bit more careful. So I'm sticking to 2-1.
Fair enough. Final words from Baichung and Mark Seagraves on the other side. At the moment, the designated away side, Germany playing at the Allianz, are leading by 2-1 against Portugal.
There you go.
Here's what you said last month.
कान खोलने का और खोपड़ी के अंदर फिक्स कर लेने का। एको ऐप पे 0 कमीशन पर कार इंश्योरेंस मिलता है, तब भी तो प्रीमियम झकास होता है। क्या बात है?
डाउनलोड एको नाउ।
गाइस, इस बार कौन जीतेगा?
डिफेंस देखिए इनकी,
अटैक देखिए सामने वाली टीम की।
राहुल, तुम अपना गेम खेलो।
And the refs awarded a free kick in the last minute.
दिल से खेलो विद बेटवे। डाउनलोड द ऐप नाउ। इस खेल में फाइनेंशियल रिस्क शामिल है और इसकी आदत लगना भी संभव है। कृपया जिम्मेदारी से और अपने जोखिम पर खेलें।
को शॉट मारा छोटे।
एको
कार इंश्योरेंस पे 0 कमीशन, तभी प्रीमियम एकदम कम।
खजूर समझाएगा बिड़ू।
तो ऐप चेक कर लेना बिड़ू।
0 कमीशन ऑन एको।
अरे बॉस,
इंडिया मान लो, एको ऐप चेक कर लो।
To be Bitcoin, isn't it complicated?
पता है फुटबॉल इतना पॉपुलर क्यों है? क्योंकि कोई भी खेल सकता है। Buying Bitcoin is as simple.
Seriously?
Yes. All you need is WazirX, India का Bitcoin exchange.
When you pay your credit card bills on Cred, you earn Cred coins. Use them to claim cashback and rewards. Now that's as rewarding as watching your favorite cricketers in a boy band.
Don't forget us because of T20. In the 90s, we were the OGs. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Here's what you said last month.
When bright young minds in Mahindra come together, you get an SUV that will give you...
We are almost ready. Looks like Renato Sanchez is coming on for Portugal. You see the reasons why for that?
Well, I think they're just going to try and shake it up a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how Germany come out. You know, at the start of the game, they needed to get the result. They went out all guns blazing. Now, psychologically, they're ahead in the game. What do? Do they still go for it, or do they be a little bit more conservative?
It's going to be really interesting, a really important second half. Sit back and relax. This is prime time football, and this is as good as it can get. Two powerhouses in European football in action. It's time for Portugal versus Germany, the second half in the company of Simon Brotherton and Andy Townsend.
Well do with stepping up and producing something a bit special. Not sure what the problem is for Bernardo Silva, but hopefully from a Portuguese perspective, Renato Sanchez can give them a little bit more control of the game. They've had their moments, but they've lacked control of the ball.
And Bernardo Silva was a key player in that opening goal of the match, scored by Cristiano Ronaldo, which, by the way, was his first ever goal against Germany. That's just yet another little thing ticked off. Germany, one of the only teams he hadn't scored against. His third goal of this tournament already. But extraordinarily, 2 own goals in under 5 minutes turned the game around.
Germany were the better team, Simon. They absolutely deserved their lead, but they've really had to work hard for it. It could have been more as well. Portugal had 1 or 2 situations. They've obviously scored their goal, and good chance for Ruben Diaz from that free kick at the far post with his head. I think he could have done a little bit better. So, yeah. But they've now got to step it up a little bit more. They've got to play with the ball with a bit more intensity. You can't just play on the counter-attack, and I think when you're playing against the best teams, I think you've got to dominate a bit more of the ball, and they didn't quite do that.
Here's Ronaldo. Nelson Semedo up in support. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Danilo. William Carvalho allowing it to run the first time. Well, given how well Germany have played at Euro finals over the years, you probably won't be surprised to know that they've been ahead at half-time 19 times previously. They haven't lost any of those matches. They went on to win 18 of them, but they're under pressure here as Nelson Semedo tries to break forward. Antonio Rudiger was a little too clever for his own good there, and the Wolverhampton Wanderers fall back with a chance to send it into the box once more. Good tracking back by Robin Gosens, who looks to have suffered as a consequence. Painful moment for him at the start of the second half.
Yeah, we didn't see Nelson Semedo that far forward, I don't think, in the entire first 45 minutes. It was all Gosens taking him back towards his own goal. So again, mindset change for Portugal at the start of this second period. They're going to try and push forward and have got to be prepared to take risks, and we'll see how Germany react to that.
Covered by Serge Gnabry. Can't get out at the moment. Here's Renato Sanchez once more, combining with Bruno Fernandes. Just hung in the air, as did Diogo Jota. It'll be a goal kick. Here's Robin Gosens, who's winning his 9th cap, back with Rudiger. Gosens was unlucky, wasn't he, in the first half with that acrobatic finish, which would have put Germany ahead. It was ruled out for offside.
Yeah, really good goal.
Here he is now, Gosens. Strong running as ever from Thomas Müller up against Pepe.
As soon as Germany have possession with Hummels or any of the guys at the back, Gosens and Kimmich, look how high and wide they are, the 2 wing-backs. You can see Kimmich at the top of the screen. That's a really ambitious position to start with, and of course what it does for the Portuguese fullbacks, they're not quite sure where to go. In fact, they don't want to go anywhere, which is why, as I mentioned, we hadn't seen Semedo or Guerrero really at the top of the field. They've got to try and get up there and do more of that. They'll only be able to do that, Simon, if the likes of Danilo and William Carvalho, Bruno Fernandes start dominating the ball a bit more. It's still Germany setting the agenda here.
There's a pinpoint pass there from Rudiger, and Gosens is looking for Gnabry, headed away by Ruben Diaz. Nelson Semedo in the general direction of Cristiano Ronaldo. There's time for Rudiger. Here's Hummels. Hummels and Thomas Müller back at the heart of operations for Germany, having been left out for 2.5 years or so by Joachim Löw.
I think that the Germans have always been prepared to turn the team over and bring younger players through. There's always a need for that, but then sometimes you do that at the expense of very good experienced boys.
Müller combining well with Kimmich. This is a really good approach here from Germany. Gosens sends it in, and it's a wonderful goal to start the second half. And this time Kai Havertz will be able to claim it. 3-1 Germany. They're answering plenty of questions in this one.
Too easy. Fernando Santos, I'm afraid, is seeing his team stretched and then picked apart too often. They look like they're in a good shape there, but look at the right-hand side of the picture. Gosens again, who I think has been the most influential player probably on the field. He's got himself in a great situations, holds his run, as does Kai Havertz. Brilliant ball across the 6-yard line and beautifully finished. Excellent work again once more. And Portugal can't cope with the shape of the German team and I think the intensity with which they're playing.
Well, it's a goal of real quality from Germany's point of view. And Havertz, who has not been without his critics during the season in England with Chelsea, and indeed after the opening match against France, has certainly answered them today.
Yep, that's always been, I think, a lot of people always said that he scores goals in Germany, he had done in Germany. He's got lunging in there, a bit unnecessary, but he's got a habit and a knack of being in good areas, in good situations as that ball arrives in the box.
Got the big goal in the Champions League final as well.
Indeed, he did. Yep, his season wasn't easy for him at Chelsea, but certainly, you know, it finished beautifully for him, didn't it, with the Champions League final, and it looks like it's getting better again now.
And it was his birthday last week. He's had a great month.
He's had a good while. He's had a good spell.
Some game, this. Still plenty of it left. What response will we get from the current holders, the defending champions, Portugal? Of course, already have 3 points in the bag following their opening day win against Hungary. There's Diogo Jota. Was he caught there by Toni Kroos? I think he was. Anthony Taylor was certainly superbly placed to see it.
Saying he didn't do anything there, Toni Kroos, but I thought he looked like he just caught Guerrero as he went forward. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry, Diogo Jota. He didn't. He went to ground.
It was a jarring challenge from Christian Ginter. Matthias Ginter. Well, we've seen that pose before. Cristiano Ronaldo sends it whistling past Manuel Neuer.
Struck it well, but he drove that one. Normally Ronaldo, he likes to hit through them, then he wants to see that dip at the last moment back under the bar. Doesn't get that. That one's rising all the way, no problem.
Away off the boot of Matthias Ginter, who just skips clear of Ruben Diaz and Serge Gnabry, who's absolutely full of running today.
He's got the freedom to roam, hasn't he, as I mentioned in the first half, and he looks really good, so much better for that. He's not just a target man, he's roaming all along that front line everywhere. It makes him really difficult to pick up.
Hummels in quickly on Ronaldo. Back with Ginter. Guerrero cuts out the clearance of Manuel Neuer. Here's William Carvalho. Now Renato Sanchez, who is an integral part of the Lille side that have just won Ligue 1 in France, finishing ahead of Paris Saint-Germain. Seen a reasonable amount of the ball after coming on at half-time as well so far. Guerrero. Ronaldo into Renato Sanchez. Good possession from Portugal, patient play. Can they create something with it? Renato Sanchez into Diogo Jota, looking for Ronaldo. Just really important challenge there, tracking back. And Gundogan has the ball into Gnabry.
It was good play from Portugal, nice and patient, as you mentioned, Simon, there, and just that final ball into Ronaldo's feet. That's what they're looking for on the edge of the box. Because you know full well he'll have a good first touch and he'll get his shots away, always prepared to take the responsibility, whatever the angle, wherever the situation.
Gosens is in a lot of space on the near side if they switch the play. This is Ginter, now Serge Gnabry. Loose from Ginter, and he's lucky that it falls at the feet of his defensive colleague Antonio Rudiger. Gosens been waiting on the near side. Kroos, metronomic passer of the ball. Gundogan. Gnabry looking for Havertz.
You see Germany playing with intensity and with some confidence, they're useful. So many people coming into the tournament saying they're not quite ready, that they're not there. This isn't the best group of German players that we've seen, but they're still looking pretty capable here.
Yeah, they were cautious in the first game, perhaps overly so, although you can understand it up against the world champions in the opening game. Gundogan floating it forward, good running by Gosens again. Doesn't quite come off this time, but he's been much more of an offensive threat in the second game.
Again, I think he's been excellent, really good. Time for a change for Portugal.
Yeah, Rafa Silva of Benfica is going to come on at 19 minutes off the bench against Hungary. William Carvalho, the player to make way.
Yeah, when you're down, 2 goals down, you don't need 2 sitters. You know, so with William Carvalho and Danilo, don't need them in there. So going to readjust the shape a little bit. We'll see exactly which way they're going to go about it, but they need something a little more offensive-minded.
Diogo Jota leaving it for Ronaldo. He'll take the return. Down he goes under the challenge of Mats Hummels. And away come Germany. In towards Gnabry. And Pepe full stretch, able to get there first. Found enough speed in his legs.
Yeah, good defending that from Pepe. Interesting. At the other end of the field, it's a kind of lukewarm appeal, wasn't it? From Diogo Jota. Tried to chop and twist and turn Mats Hummels in the box, went to ground, but...
It was Rafa Silva who lost the ball in midfield there, the substitute who's just come on. Muller, who just relishes occasions such as these. He scored a hat-trick against Portugal the last time the two teams met in Brazil. He's certainly got a bit of history up against Pepe, who was sent off in the first half of that game. Gundogan, now Kroos. much more like the sort of performance we've seen for Germany over the years. Joshua Kimmich now, look at the white shirts flitting around the penalty area, and it's number 4, and Gosens knocks it home. And the champions are being thumped. Beaten in their first match. Germany firing on all cylinders in their second.
Lovely goal again. Really good work. Excellent one-touch play. Eventually the ball comes out to Joshua Kimmich, takes his time, picks a pass to the far post, and Robin Gosens just says thank you very much and just buries that one to give them a 3-goal cushion. But Portugal being beaten always up here. They're being outfought, outthought, and the quality from the Germans is far superior. Really, really good goal again.
Well, the way this game's going, the bad news for Portugal is that we've still got half an hour to play. Gosens denied by a correct but narrow offside call in the first half, not denied this time. The Atalanta player who scored his first goal for Germany a week before the tournament started now has his second. And here comes the change. Marcel Halstenberg is going to come on, the RB Leipzig player, to replace Gosens. And just listen to the ovation.
Outstanding performance from Gosens. Really, really good. So positive right from the get-go.
Emre Can is also going to come on as Halstenberg takes his place on the left-hand side of Germany's defence. And İlkay Gündoğan is the man to be replaced by Emre Can, who came off the bench in the first game, had the last 3 minutes or so against France. He'll get a little bit longer this time.
Yeah, with a 3-goal cushion now you can make those changes to save energy, rest legs, introduce other guys that haven't had too much time. It's Mats Hummels. Looks like it was coming off there instead of İlkay Gündoğan.
So Hummels gets the chance to rest his legs for the final half an hour of the match.
That was that tumble in the box from Diogo Jota. Well, he thought he might have had a penalty, nothing doing. Nice situation for Halstenberg and for Emre Can to walk into.
Well, what a day for Germany so far. 4 goals in this match. And who knows what the score will be by the end of the game. The way that they're playing, they're posing a threat every time they venture forward at the moment.
Certainly are.
Renato Sanchez. There's Bruno Fernandes.
Emre Can has gone into the middle of those 3 central defenders. Halstenberg coming out on the left side.
And Bruno Fernandes is going to be replaced here by João Moutinho.
Defenders. Halstenberg coming out on the left side to replace Gosens.
Going to be replaced here by João Moutinho.
We don't want to concede anymore. I think Bruno Fernandes never really got involved in the game.
Well, it's certainly a tight-looking group. F certainly promised much. It looked competitive, and that's how it's proving to be. In real time at the moment, France lead the group with 4 points. Germany in second place on 3 as it stands. Portugal third with 3, and Hungary with a solitary point which they collected from a very creditable draw earlier today against France. There's certainly a different mood in Munich to the one encountered in recent days, where there was a lot of soul-searching and discussion about the way forward and about whether Germany really could cut it against front-runners in the tournament.
Yeah. They've just given everybody a timely reminder today of what they're about.
Here's Pepe. And to Nelson Semedo. Touch for João Moutinho, 133rd cap for him. Made his international debut 16 years ago, still going strong in the Premier League with Wolves. Cristiano Ronaldo down under the challenge of Havertz. Who receives a yellow card.
Yeah, quite right for that challenge. Never catching Cristiano Ronaldo there. The intent was to prevent him from maybe getting into a shooting position.
Havertz, the first player to have his name taken in the match today. Almost 3/4 of the way through the game. It's an awkward-looking one. Ronaldo is there, and it's put in by Diogo Jota. And it's 4-2.
That's a soft goal. That shouldn't happen. They just allowed that ball to drift right across the 6-yard line, and I think the German players are too static. They're all watching it. No, they're all onside. And they've allowed Ronaldo, who never gave it up. Credit Cristiano Ronaldo there, because that ball's awkward to try and cut back. He loops that over Neuer. It would probably have gone in anyway.
Well, it's still a sizable deficit, but Portugal have perhaps just given themselves the smallest glimmer of hope of coming back in the game. A 6-goal thriller in Group F as they just check for a potential offside.
I thought they looked like they were okay. When that ball was delivered, there. I can't see a red shirt in front of anybody, I think. There. It's just, did Jota touch that to Ronaldo? Did he get anything on that? I don't think he does. I'm not sure he touches that. Of course, if he does touch it, Ronaldo is offside. If he doesn't, I think the goal stands. Looking at that, Simon, it didn't look like he made any contact with that.
And indeed, the goal stands.
Yep.
It is 4-2. So Portugal, maybe they're not quite finished yet in this game. Still a long way back for them.
That will put a spring in their step for what's left in the game. Where are we? 22 minutes plus whatever the referee decides to add on. So there's still plenty of time to create a couple more situations.
Here's João Moutinho, the ball at his feet. What sort of delivery will it be? It was aimed towards Ronaldo. Germany stand firm. Guerrero to take the throw. Renato Sanchez is available. Diogo Jota's very much up and about. Renato Sanchez. The little ball into Guerrero once more. Rafa Silva wasn't far away. Here's Ronaldo. Brilliantly done. Rudiger clearing for Germany.
Fabulous.
And they are buoyed by that second goal, no doubt.
Fully intend to really commit to trying to get back into this now. Portugal, you can tell. So Germany got to be a bit mindful of that, but there will be other opportunities, I think, for Germany to add to their tally too, because Portugal are going to go for it.
Some game.
Yep.
Players having a cooling break. Quick timeout. What is a very hot day, very hot early evening in Munich. A chance to just regroup. Quick word in the ear from Ronaldo, as well as coach Santos for Portugal. They've just got a little bit of a foothold back in the game at 4-2.
They have. They just lost their concentration on that free kick. The German defenders there, and they just allowed Ronaldo to chase that down, keep it in play, and get that second goal.
You see Hummels there just getting his knees ready for the Hungary match.
That's the Kai Havertz goal, which was very well taken. Gosens' header at the far post.
He deserved a goal today, didn't he, Gosens?
Yes, he did. I thought his all-round performance was wonderful. Really, really good.
Well, some liquids taken on board by both sets of players. And Anthony Taylor gets us underway once more for what promises to be an absolutely fascinating final 20 minutes. Germany, of course, in a position that they could only have dreamt of at the kick-off.
Yeah.
But Portugal, one goal away from causing great anxiety and a real feeling that the momentum is changing in the game. But changes being made by Jogi Löw shortly.
Goretzka and Schüller looked like they were about to enter the fray. Good to try and keep everybody involved, Simon. You can't underestimate the importance of that. Sometimes players can get a bit despondent if they don't feel like they're getting any game time or really in amongst what's happening out on the field. So it's good to keep everybody alive in that respect.
Silva sending it forward towards Diogo Jota. So Leon Goretzka, who's been out for a little while, he missed the warm-up matches and the opening game through injury. Been quite a notable absentee for Germany in recent weeks. He's now going to come on to replace Kai Havertz, who has had an excellent game.
Yeah. Without that recognised number 9, it's important you get people like Kai Havertz that are getting into those serious areas right in around that 6-yard box, and he did that very well today.
Well, this time he really is coming off İlkay Gundogan. His number up for the second time, but this time they are taking him off. Mats Hummels in the end went off earlier in the half, but now Gundogan makes way, and Niklas Süle, another one of the Bayern contingent, as is Goretzka, coming onto his home field. Now Süle getting the opportunity to play at Euro 2020 because the tournament
دقيقة على أقل تقدير قبل نهاية مثل
مثالي جدا، وابعاد للكره والمحاوله لتعود عن طريق اللاعب دانيلو بيريرا لمصلحه المنتخب البرتغالي. رافا وانطلاقه من الجهات اليمنى، طالت تحولت الى خارج ارضيه الملعب، كره تصل الى ان تكون حاضره برمي التماس. رمي التماس لمنتخب المانيا، هذه الكره لحظه تجاوزها خط التماس تحولت الى خارج ارضيه الملعب، وصلت الى رمي التماس، بينما هنا رافا لاعب منتخب البرتغال رافا سيلفا، الرجل الذي يلعب في منتخب او يلعب مع نادي بنفيكا في منافسات الدوري البرتغالي، اللاعب صاحب 28 سنه، والرجل الذي يلعب مباراته الدوليه رقم 24 بقميص منتخب البرتغال. رافا سيلفا دخل في شوط المباراه الثاني بديلا لبرونو فرنانديز. كره بمحاوله اماميه ملعوبه الان، وصلت سهله عند حارس المرمى باتريسيو، سيطر على كورته بالشكل المطلوب. روي يلعب الكره والمحاوله للمنتخب البرتغالي، تصل الى الجهات اليسرى، التقدم بتمريره عن طريق كريستيانو رونالدو، المحاوله تعود بعد ذلك باقدام روبن دياش، لمسه تصل هنا باقدام اللاعب دانيلو بيريرا لاعب باريس صاحب 29 سنه، الرجل الذي يلعب الان على مستوى تشكيلة المنتخب البرتغالي. كرة بمحاولة ملعوبة وصلت إلى رافا سيلفا بالكعب، لكن أيضا لم تكن بالشكل المطلوب، اصطدمت في البديل هاستنبرغ، تحولت إلى خارج أرضية الملعب، عادت برمي التماس لمصلحة منتخب البرتغال. كرة ملعوبة لمصلحة المنتخب البرتغالي عن طريق رافائيل جيريرو، يلعبها تصل إلى ريناتو سانشيز، تغيير كامل اتجاه اللعب في الجهات اليمنى، نيلسون سيميدو اماميه للمنتخب البرتغالي جواو موتينيو، لكن بعد ذلك الكره تصل الى حارس المرمى مانويل نوير في المكان المناسب، يعيد الكره والمحاوله لمصلحه المنتخب الالماني، انطلاقه تاتي عن طريق توماش مولر اماميه يلعبها، لكن طالت على غوريتسكا، وصلت الى بيبي 38 سنة، أكبر لاعب موجود في أرضية الملعب، اللاعب الحاضر أمامنا في تشكيلة المنتخب البرتغالي بيب. يأتي بعد ذلك كريستيانو رونالدو ب 36 سنة، يأتي بعد ذلك مانويل نوير حارس مرمى المنتخب الألماني ب 35 سنة. نوير بالمناسبة اليوم يلعب مباراة الدولية رقم 101، يلعب مباراته الدولية رقم 101، الرجل الذي سجل حضورا مبكرا جدا مع المنتخب الألماني، لكن أيضا انتظر لفترة ما على أساس أن يكون حاضر بقميص منتخب بلاده. أولا لعب لمنتخبات المراحل السنية، ثم بعد ذلك وصل إلى أن يكون حاضرا وظاهرا للمرة الأولى مع المنتخب في 2006 للمرة الأولى التي كانت حاضرة بالنسبة للاعب اللي هو مانويل نوير. هذه كرة وهذا تدخل، لكن أيضا تغطية في التوقيت المناسب، صافرة موجودة وإبعاد يأتي بعد ذلك. القرار من حكم المواجهة باحتساب الخطأ لمصلحة المنتخب البرتغالي، خطأ لمصلحة البرتغال. 13 دقيقة مشاهدينا أينما كنتم متبقية قبل نهاية هذه المواجهة، 4-2 لأصحاب الدار للمنتخب الألماني. كرة من روبن دياش يبحث عن التقدم، لكن إيميري كان في المكان المناسب، يضطر إلى أن يعود بعد ذلك بمحاولة وصلت إلى بيبي، تحاول داخل منطقة الجزاء، لكن أيضا تغطية دفاعية، أبعدت الكرة، عادت من جديد لمصلحة كام. استلام يأتي من لاعب بوروسيا دورتموند، إيميري كان الرجل الذي يلعب مباراته الدولية رقم 36، لاعب البايرن في فترة من الفترات، لاعب ليفركوزن، لاعب ليفربول، لاعب الفريق الإيطالي يوفنتوس، والرجل الذي جاء في الموسم الماضي مع نادي بوروسيا دورتموند ليستمر أيضا من خلال الموسم القادم في تشكيلة الفريق الألماني. كرة عن طريق ريناتو من أجل استعادة تسديدة بذكريات يوغو لوريس، لكن هذه المرة اصطدمت في قائم نوير، وعادت الكرة من جديد لمصلحة المنتخب الألماني. محاولة ألمانية عن طريق غوريتسكا، وصلت إلى أمريكان، يلعبها في الجهات اليمنى. ماتياس كينتر يبحث عن التقدم، يوشوا كيميش إلى ماتياس كينتر. ألمانيا اقتنعت بنتيجة المباراة، ألمانيا اقتنعت بنتيجة المواجهة. يواخيم لوف أوحى للاعبين بأنكم سويتوا اللي عليكم، خلوا الباقي عليه من خلال إجرائه بعض التبديلات للإبقاء على نتيجة 4، لكن في الجانب المقابل البرتغال لا زالت في الملعب. الملعب، لا زالت في الملعب ولا زالت تبحث عن الوصول والاقتراب من مرمى الحارس مانويل نوير. كرة بمحاولة ملعوبة لمصلحة المنتخب الألماني. ألمانيا ستحاول تهدئة الأوضاع قدر المستطاع فيما تبقى من أحداث، لكن في الجانب المقابل منتخب البرتغال سيسعى بكل تأكيد إلى أن يقلص الفارق أكثر، ثم يلعب بعد ذلك فيما لو سمحت الظروف على الخروج بنقطة واحدة من أحداث هذه المواجهة. كرة بمحاولة لمصلحة المنتخب الألماني، وصلت إلى أمريكان يبحث عن التقدم، يلعبها في الجهات اليمنى يوشوا كيميش، يلعب كرة وصلت إلى جوريتسكا. شوف التمريرات هذه، نسبة الاستحواذ ألمانية والسيطرة ألمانية والمحاولات على المرمى ألمانية والركنيات من خلال هذه المواجهة ألمانية والنتيجة ألمانية حتى هذه اللحظة. حتى هذه اللحظة هل انتهت الأمور؟ لا نعلم، فنحن على بعد 10 دقائق قبل نهاية أحداث هذا اللقاء. كرة بمحاولة لمصلحة المنتخب الألماني الآن. نيكلاس زولة يلعب كرة تصل إلى توني كروس. أمريكان إلى نيكلاس زولة، تعود المحاولة بعد ذلك بأقدام سيرج جنابري. ضغط، سقوط في أرضية الملعب، حكم يشير باستمرارية اللعب لا وجود الخطأ. محاولة تصل عن طريق البديل جواو موتينيو. موتينيو يبحث عن التقدم والمرور، يلعب كرة في الجهة اليمنى، وصلت عن طريق كريستيانو رونالدو. محاولة ملعوبة أمامية لكن أيضا تغطية دفاعية وإبعاد. إبعاد. تعود المحاولة للمنتخب الألماني. سيرج جنابري يبحث عن التقدم عن طريق اللاعب اللي هو المتراجع هذا توماس مولر، هو من يعود إلى منتصف أو إلى ملعب المنتخب الألماني لاستعادة الكرات وبناء محاولات جديدة لمنتخب ألمانيا. كرة بمحاولة في دائرة المنتصف، توني كروس يلعبها في الجهات اليمنى، وصلت عن طريق اللاعب روديجير. محاولة البحث والتقدم الآن، لكن أيضا المنتخب البرتغالي يقف بشكل جيد على مستوى خطوطه الدفاعية هنا من خلال هذا اللقاء وفيما تبقى من أحداث منعا لاقتراب ألمانيا، ومحاولة أيضا لأن لا تسجل ألمانيا أي هدف آخر وللإبقاء على آماله. فارق الأهداف اللي ممكن تلعب في حسبة التأهل، ممكن فارق الأهداف يلعب على مستوى حسبة التأهل بعد نهاية مباراة فرنسا، لأن خسارة البرتغال أمام فرنسا يعني بأنها على أقل تقدير ستخرج بزيرو أهداف بما لها وعليها، بما لها وما عليها. الأمر الذي يعني بأن المنتخب البرتغالي سينتظر بقية النتائج في حالة تأهل كأفضل ثاني. وضعية أن تتأهل فرنسا البرتغال كأفضل ثاني ممكن أن تدخل فيها شوية أمور صعبة بحكم نتائج بقية المنتخبات التي تأتي الآن، وهنالك أكثر من منتخب ممكن أن يصل إلى أفضل ثالث يعني يصل إلى 4 نقاط. أكثر من منتخب ممكن أن يصل إلى 4 نقاط. عموما ننتظر، لا زلنا في الملعب ولا زالت البرتغال في الميدان ولا زالت لها مواجهة أمام المنتخب الفرنسي بطل العالم في ختام مباريات هذه المجموعة وفي ختام مباريات القسم الأول من منافسات اليورو. كرة محاولة لمصلحة الألمان، مرتدة لمصلحة الألمان، كوريتسكا قوية جدا بالقدم اليمنى لجوريتسكا، لكن علت العارضة تحولت إلى خارج أرضية الملعب. ركلة مرمى عند باتريسيو، ركلة مرمى عند باتريسيو. ديوغو جوتا يترك أرضية الميدان والبديل هو أندري سيلفا. أندري سيلفا هو من يأخذ مكان جوتا الآن. التأسيس على مستوى النواحي الهجومية بالنسبة للمنتخب البرتغال تبحث عن تقليص الفارق. أندري سيلفا يدخل إلى أرضية الملعب بديلا لديوغو جوتا. وجهة البرتغال القادمة أمام منتخب فرنسا راح تكون بحول الله يوم الأربعاء القادم. يوم الأربعاء القادم مواجهة المنتخب الألماني ستكون أمام منتخب المجر يوم الأربعاء القادم. أيضا مباراة ستقام في نفس توقيت مواجهة بحث عن التقدم والمرور، يلعبها في الجهات اليمنى الى جواو موتينيو، عادت في الجانب المقابل لمصلحه المنتخب الالماني. لمسه تصل توني كروس يسقط في ارضيه الملعب، والقرار ياتي من انتوني تايلر حكم المواجهه، الرجل الانجليزي صاحب ال 42 سنه، حكم مباراه اليوم ثاني مبارياته في اليورو بعد مواجهه الدنمارك فنلندا. اول مباراه يديرها لمصلحة المنتخب الألماني، رجل حاضر في منافسات بطولة دوري أبطال أوروبا منذ 6 سنوات 5 سنوات تقريبا، لم يشارك قبل ذلك لا في بطولة كأس عالم لا في بطولة يورو. هذا الظهور الأول بالنسبة لهذا الحكم، والأخير بالنسبة لأنتوني تايلر الإنجليزي صاحب ال 42 سنة. كرة عن طريق إمريكان، أبعدت المحاولة، عادت لمصلحة المنتخب البرتغالي أمامية ملعوبة، اصطدمت، تحولت إلى خارج أرضية الملعب، ووصلت بعد ذلك إلى رمي التماس. رمي التماس عن طريق نيلسون سيميدو. اللي اختلف في الشوط الثاني هو رغبة المواجهة، والأهم بالنسبة لألمانيا بكل تأكيد هي نقاط المباراة الثلاث، بحكم أن مواجهته الأخيرة راح تكون مع المنتخب المجري. أيضا منطقيا هي أسهل مباريات المجموعة بالنسبة لمنتخب ألمانيا، الفريق الذي تقل صعوبة مبارياته مع الدخول إلى بطولة بشكل أو بآخر. لكن مواجهة المجر راح تكون أقل، نعم، بالرغم من أن المجر قدمت أداء كبير، لكن نعلم تماما بأن بوشكاش أرينا كان قد ساهم بظهور المنتخب المجري بهذه الكيفية والطريقة. المجر أيضا صمدت بشكل مميز جدا أمام البرتغال، وقدمت 85 دقيقة رائعة إلى أن انحنت أخيرا في الدقائق الخمس الست الأخيرة من أحداث المواجهة. حكم المباراة يطمئن على اللاعب دانييلو بيريرا، بينما هنا لوروا سانيه يستعد للنزول إلى أرضية الملعب. هذا دانييلو بيريرا غير راضي على ان يترك ارضيه الميدان، يقول لك ما في شيء، لكن بكل تاكيد سيتم التاكد من حالته واخراجه للوقوف على احتماليه ان يلعب او يكمل ما تبقى من احداث في هذه المواجهه. المانيا تستعد لاجراء تبديلها الاخير. من سيترك ارضيه ملعب؟ توماس مولر، 104 مباريات دوليه بقميص منتخب بلاده المانيا، سجل من خلال المباريات الماضيه 39 هدف. سيرج جنابري هو من يترك ارضيه الميدان، والبديل هو لوروا سانيه اذا هو اللاعب البديل، الرجل الذي انتقل من مانشستر سيتي الى ان يكون حاضرا في هذا الملعب مع البايرن مع بدايه الموسم الماضي. يدخل الآن لأن يسجل حضور بقميص منتخب بلاده ألمانيا في الدقائق القليلة المتبقية قبل نهاية أحداث هذا اللقاء. المباراة الدولية رقم 32 للوروا الثانية والمشاركة الثانية في اليورو. كرة بمحاولة تصل في الجهات اليسرى لمصلحة المنتخب البرتغالي، كرة بأقدام ريناتو سانشيز، عادت بعد ذلك في منتصف ملعب المباراة، تحولت عن طريق اللاعب بيبي أمامية ملعوبة بالكعب، مثالية جدا، انطلاقة تأتي من نيلسون سيميدو، عرضية لكن أيضا في التوقيت المناسب يتدخل نيكلاس سولة ويبعد الكرة إلى خارج أرضية الملعب. محاولة برتغالية خطيرة جدا، لكن نيكلاس سولة في التوقيت المناسب أبعد الكرة والمحاولة إلى خارج أرضية الميدان. ركنية لمصلحة المنتخب البرتغالي. مانويل نوير في مواجهة من يتقدم بكل تأكيد روبن دياش، يتقدم بيبي، كريستيانو في المحاولة ملعوبة والكرة داخل منطقة الجزاء والرأسية والإبعاد عن طريق توماس مولر، والكرة يستعيدها ريناتو سانشيز، واللمسة تصل في الجهات اليمنى عن طريق جواو موتينيو. سانشيز عرضية ملعوبة خطيرة، التغطية من روديجير والإبعاد من روديجير والتأمين من روديجير، والكرة إلى خارج أرضية الملعب، وصلت إلى ركلة الركنية بشكل سريع، وصلت من رافائيل جريرو داخل منطقة الجزاء، إبعاد في التوقيت المناسب. عادت المحاولة مرة أخرى، روبن دياش يلعبها تصل إلى نيلسون سيميدو أمامية للمنتخب البرتغالي، لكن أيضا تغطية في التوقيت المناسب عن طريق ماتياس جينتر، حولها إلى خارج أرضية الملعب. وصلت الكرة بعد ذلك لرمي التماس للمنتخب البرتغالي، ملعوبة بشكل سريع، المحاولة من رافائيل جريرو، عادت من جديد لمصلحة المنتخب الألماني، لكن أيضا تغطية دفاعية وإبعاد يأتي عن طريق اللاعب دانييلو بيريرا. تصل إلى نيلسون سيميدو يلعبها في الجهات اليمنى. ريناتو سانشيز الجهات اليمنى للاعب نادي ليل. ريناتو سانشيز محاولة مرور وتقدم، تغطية دفاعية صافرة موجودة وخطأ لمصلحة ألمانيا، خطأ لمصلحة توني كروس، خطأ لمصلحة توني كروس. قرار يأتي من أنتوني تايلور يحتاج خطأ للاعب الميرينجي. توني كروس يعود إلى مدريد، لن يجد لا زيدان لا قائده سيرخيو راموس. ما راح يلاقي لا زيدان لا سيرخيو راموس. هذه الكرة والمحاولة اللي كان يستحق فيها على الأقل ريناتو سانشيز خطأ حقيقة قبل أن يرتكب هو الخطأ من أمام توني كروس. هذه كرة ريناتو سانشيز وردت فعله على قرار حكم المباراة الإنجليزي. أنتوني تايلور. كرة تصل إلى كريستيانو رونالدو، محاولة من الجهات اليسرى الآن، البحث عن التقدم والمرور. رونالدو كرة تحولت إلى خارج أرضية الملعب، والمحاولة تصل إلى مرمى عند مانويل نوير. الأصلي نلعب في 4 دقائق محتسبة ومقدرة كوقت بدل ضايع أضافها أنتوني تايلور حكم المباراة الإنجليزي على أحداث شوط المباراة الثاني. ويبدو بأن ألمانيا أمنت نتيجة المواجهة ونقاط المباراة الثلاث في بعض الكرات يعني تعطيك فعلا لأن العمر قد يؤثر على اللاعب. كرة محاولة في الجهات اليمنى الآن. المنتخب الألماني الأمريكان انتهت دقائق الوقت الأصلي على أن تلعب في برلين، ما فقط على أن تلعب في برلين بعد أن رفضت معظم منتخبات العالم جاءت إيرلندا تكريما لذلك. ألمانيا تلعب باللون الاحتياطي اللي هو اللون الأخضر. كرة إلى خارج أرضية الملعب، آخر محاولات المواجهة. كرة داخل منطقة الجزاء الركنية، ملعوبة المحاولة الرأسية لا زالت مستمرة، لا زالت قائمة. توماس مولر على مستوى التغطية، الإبعاد يأتي من هاستنبرغ. إلى خارج أرضية الملعب، إلى خارج رباعية في شباك المنتخب البرتغالي. مشاهدي قنوات بي إن سبورتس أينما كنتم، أرجو أن أكون قد وفقت في هذا اللقاء على عمل الالتقاء بأقرب فرصة ممكنة. تقبلوا تحياتي، دمتم بحفظ الله ورعايته. بالصوت والصورة الآن